Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be MCanning versus Avilo here on Cerulean Fall from their matches from Cheeseadelphia 2018. Bottom left-hand corner is the blue Terran player, it is Avilo, and top right-hand corner is the red Protoss player, it's MCanning. So a PvT for you guys here, two American players going at it, fighting out to see who's going to be one of the top players in America. I think Neeb holds that top spot for sure. Puck is definitely up there as well. I mean, obviously, our neighbors, Special, and, well, you know what? TLO moved to Canada, and as well as Scarlet is Canadian. But as far as the U.S. goes, Neeb is the top dog, and we're just kind of fighting to see who can be number 2 at this stage, or who can knock Neeb off. Honestly, I mean, Neeb did not win Cheeseadelphia, so perhaps that's already happened, but I think it's going to have to be some consistent work from somebody to take over that spot, and MCanning's working at it. Avilo's working at it too. Very excited to bring this game to you. It should be a fantastic one, just based on the length alone, just the macro style alone here. So Elk, this is for you, man. This is our long macro PvT that we did not get from Home Story Cup. Just 100% did not happen. I like the wall off here to keep the probe out. The probe was going to be really, really annoying, but now it can be a little bit annoying, but not really, really annoying. Actually, can I get some shots off on that SCV? Can't kill it though, just random. There you go. Had to cancel the construction, but that should hold off the probe long enough because probes cannot kill supply depots. My brain wanted to say spawning pool there for some reason. I don't know why. I got this interesting positioning here from MCanning. He's not walling off here or here. He's just kind of throwing up a little bit of a, I don't know. It's like a little nook. You can hide units back here. They can be defended. I'm not sure what this is for unless it's to keep the Reaper out. I guess then you build maybe a gateway or something here and the Reaper just can't get in anywhere. I've never seen that positioning before at all. So here's a Reaper. Reaper's name is Harbinger, a robotic tentacled menace from the darkness between galaxies. He set out once again on his mission to reap the galaxy of space-faring species. However, on his way to the Citadel, Harbinger ran into Amon. Ah yes, this is a Mass Effect name. Who was also a tentacled menace from the darkness between galaxies and also wanted to bring destruction on a galactic scale. They fought and Harbinger lost. To save himself, Harbinger fired off his AI core into the void. The core sought the help of the rest of the Reapers, and when it heard Terran broadcasts referencing Reapers, Harbinger hacked into a Terran Reaper, but realized too late that Terran Reaper is not a terrifying robot space squid, but just a convict with 2 guns and a jetpack. Ah, what a mistake there from Harbinger. So he's just playing defense. As you can see, expansion on the way from MCanning. No expansion here from Avilo. No, sir. He's going Cyclones. He's doing the traditional stuff that you do these days against Protosses. You get Cyclones, you get tanks, you get Marines and Marauders, and some Liberators, and you just set up shop and you kill them early. That's generally the strategy. So Harbinger trying to come in here and get something done. Stalker is enough to shoo that dude away. And Probe manages to make it home too. So, I mean, Avilo's got to get something done because MCanning's natural base is about 50% complete. No sign of an expansion at all here from Avilo. Cyclone up. Adept sees it. Adept's just doing a good job scouting thus far from MCanning. Phoenix production is beginning from MCanning. Okay. Alright, that's interesting stuff. But watch, see how fast this Adept dies? Oh, so brutal. New Cyclone, real good, you guys. Really great. I'm enjoying it a lot. I mean, I know Protoss players aren't, but... And I'm imagining there's going to be some kind of a change to the Cyclone here fairly soon, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong about stuff like that before. Probe checking to see, is there a base somewhere else? No, it's just late for Avilo. He just threw it up late. He wanted a Cyclone out fast. He's going for Cloak Banshee really fast here. The Phoenix are going to see this, and... Okay, well, can you lift? Yep, lift. Can you kill it in time is the question before your lift runs out. Oh, the repair. The repair from the low ground does manage to save it. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good play from Avilo for sure. Nice job. Good heads-up play by the Terran player. He's got the Emojin skin, which is just, it's good. Little circles of bubble-ish light all over these units. It's amazing stuff. All right, so Oracle in production. Oh, we have an Oracle name too. Oracle name is Star-Lord, a child who lost his mother to cancer and whose father is Ego, the living planet. Star-Lord ran out grieving in an empty field when he was picked up by an alien. It wasn't a Blue Afro space pirate, but a Protoss Phoenix pilot who took in the strange child. Now, Star-Lord is a Protoss pilot himself, driving an Oracle to guard the galaxy from the enemies of his adopted parents while listening to 80s albums on a Walkman. Okay, so that's Star-Lord. Is our Reaper still alive? Our Reaper died. Harbinger. Bad times by you. So there we go. Revelation on the Banshee, so it can't even... Oh, and it can't even kill these guys because of the shield battery. What an amazing hold from MCanning. Just Revelation, ding. Shield battery, ding. Banshees cannot kill probes fast enough if they're getting healed by a shield battery. It's an amazing, amazing fact, but it is definitely true. So Avilo got his natural base up behind this. He's fine economically. He's 37 to 33 workers. MCanning flying out with some Phoenix and a couple Oracles. So this is Star-Lord and Friend with some Phoenix support. Ooh, here we go. Magfield Accelerator in production here. That doubles the amount of damage that lock-on does to armored units from 400 to 800 over the course of the lock-on. It's so scary. So scary. Third base on the way from MCanning. Traditional third base location here. So we are definitely getting into the macro stylings right now. Nobody's been all that aggressive. Cloak Banshee, couple Phoenix, about as aggressive as you're going to get here. Phoenix trying to sneak around this backside. There is a missile turret present. Actually, 2 missile turrets present. And the Phoenix are just like, yeah, missile turrets hit too hard. Can't get anything done at all. I like the skin on these Oracles, though. It's pretty good. It's pretty fancy skin. So I don't think we're necessarily sky tossing it so far. Going for charge, going for +1 attack, going for a robotics facility. So yeah, definitely going for things like immortals and whatnot. There's your lock on. And oh, it doesn't actually kill the Oracle. The Oracle's able to get out of there and break the lock on just through distance. What you can do is if you lift, actually hold on, does that work? If you're a Phoenix and you lift a unit of yours that is being locked on, does it break the lock on? Because it's a ground unit, now it's an air unit. Oh, I need to test that. Someone needs to test that for me. It wouldn't work here because you can't lift the Oracle, but you could have definitely could have lifted the Cyclone, and that would have broken the lock on for sure. I think that's what MCanning was going for if the Oracle hadn't broke it on its own. Stasis field up here at the front, swinging on in with the Oracle. Another Revelation. Lock on. Broken again. Oh, I think it's going over this high ground and breaking it. Losing vision that way. I kind of like that. That's a great move. Great move there by MCanning. Good use of the terrain on this map. Immortal production here for the Protoss player. Throwing in additional warp gates. Working on that +1 attack as I mentioned previously. Got some stalkers. Third base happily running. He's really playing pretty greedy as a Protoss here. His army supply is only 34. That said, Avilo's only at 35. So he's not exactly super playing aggressively either. There's that third base going down for him at the 7-minute mark. More lock-on, and again, as long as you have high ground. Oh, but a new lock-on. A new lock-on got it. And that Oracle did end up going down. We're not going to call that Star-Lord. We'll call this one Star-Lord because none of them have kills, and we can't really tell them apart at this stage anyway. It is 49 to 43 army supply in favor of MCanning, but it's 53 to 57 army supply in favor of Avilo. Lifting and killing a Cyclone there. These are charge lots. They are zippy. They do have +1 attack. Widow Mines firing a little bit there. That was a pretty good hit on a lot of those Zealots, bringing them down to the yellow. Marines running, not really working out for them though. That's a lot of Cyclone, man. That's a lot of Cyclone. That is going to force MCanning back. There are tanks on the high ground too. 2 tanks present. Trying to knock down, okay, at least the missile turret here at the third, and maybe the third base itself. This is a major pickup for MCanning if he can get it. Yep, that's going to force a cancel for sure. Oh, Stasis only catches a single Hellion, which I'm sure is a little bit disappointing there to MCanning. Lock on, chasing the Phoenix out. Phoenix pulling back. MCanning not wanting to commit into those tanks and those Cyclones with the anti-air and the anti-ground looking pretty strong there. It doesn't even have any... Oh, it does have an Immortal. One Immortal with this group, but not any more than that. So a lot of Cyclones here from Avilo. He is considered one of the most consistent, one of the best mech players in North America at the very least. He really tries to make mech work. Even when it's not all that consistently viable right now, I really haven't seen anybody go mech in any of the games I've cast from Home Story Cup at all against Terran or against Zerg. Or against Protoss. I guess a little bit in TVT, but anyway, Archon here. I love that Archon skin. That's a good one. That is delicious. That is so good. Phoenix flying around trying to lift and kill some things. They do get a decent Cyclone hit there. Not too bad. And then high ground. Once again, scanning and seeing. MCanning is just dancing around a bit. He's got a 4th base coming in here too. He just wants to get up as many bases as he can while keeping the pressure on Avilo. Drilling Claws coming in for the Terran player too. 4th base by Avilo under construction to replace the 3rd that he lost. So maybe we'll call this his third from now on. Hard to say. Oh, these Cyclones, where were they going? Force fielded and hacked to death by the Zealots. Hallucinated Phoenix, I think, flew in here and got killed. Avilo is oversaturated on 2 bases. Okay, so he's going to take his third, and we'll call this one his fourth then. That's fine. It is delayed by the Zealot killing that SCV. And you know what? Forcing a cancel on that 4th base too. MCanning is just poking, just prodding, forcing bases to cancel while expanding himself back home, while getting a fleet beacon. Looks like he's probably going to try to go for Carrier, which Carriers did get nerfed in the most recent patch. We'll see how they do, if that's in fact where we're going. Maybe it's Tempest. I just don't know. Oh boy, can they get enough? Ooh, the Warp Prism dies, but the Zealots finish their warp in. They do take down a couple of these Cyclones, but a lot of them ended up dead there too. Attacking in the front now is MCanning with the majority of his army, lifting and killing the tanks. Getting Zealots on top of those tanks too. Lock-on ability, chasing everybody away. Widowmine shots, getting some decent hits off there too. And MCanning is forced to retreat. The 3rd base is safe for Avilo, but the 4th base is happily running here too for the Protoss player MCanning. It is going to be Tempest and Disruptor and Blink right now from MCanning. So Tempest are faster, they're zippier, they're also flimsier, they can get killed more easily, but that's the trade-off, right? If you're big, and then you're slow, and if you're small, then you're zippy. That's generally how that works. Hellions pushing on out, trying to see what damage they can get done against this Immortal Archon Stalker army. I don't know, man. This just seems like pretty anti-Hellion, if you ask me. They're trying to get up into that, oh yes, into that 3rd base where there's only a single cannon. They are Blue Flame Hellions too. 3 probes going down. Cannons getting shots off. Adepts trying to help with this. 10 probes killed. Amazing harassment here from Avilo. Very nice. Getting some stuff done for sure. 13 probes getting rocked. It's now 69 to 51 workers. Avilo's macro is playing pretty darn well right now. Tempest production continuing from MCanning. Continuing to make 4 probes at a time to replace the ones that he lost. That was a good hit. Good little right cross there from Avilo, and a 4th base is getting planted again in that traditional 4th base location. So Disruptors coming on in here, and if you don't have Liberators, it could be hard to deal with Disruptors as Terran. That said, if you have enough tanks, you really don't have to worry about Disruptors either, because tanks outrange the Disruptors. For sure, Adept gets taken out by a Widowmine. Zealot gets taken out by a Widowmine with some Cyclone assistance there too. Upgrades are +1/+1 for the Protoss with Charge and Blink, and +2 vehicle weapons are complete here for Avilo. Okay, so we're 4 base to 4 base. Avilo has taken some serious hits. He's dealt some damage to MCanning too. Carrier production has begun. Carrier has not arrived, but it is going to arrive very, very shortly. Ugh! Stalker is taking a hit there. Where's your detection? You have an observer with this army, don't you? MCanning, you don't have an observer with his army. He's got Widowmines with drilling claws. Oh, there's one now. Okay, there it is. Excellent. Widowmine. Ow. Evaporating that Zealot. And there you go. Purification Nova. Taking out both of those Widowmines. Very nice. So he's attacking into the 4th base where there are 6 tanks on the ground. I don't know you're getting much done here. Picking off a Cyclone with that shot. Purification Nova making stuff happen. Oh, Lock-on gonna get rid of a... Wow. Lock-on takes down one of the carriers. That Magfield Accelerator upgrade, you guys, is really great. It is so impressive. Warping in some High Templar for Archons. I have to assume at this stage of the game. Actually, no, he's getting Storm, so it definitely just could be for High Templar right now. It is 100 to 84 army supply. MCanning is up there. He's down 8. 64 to 72 in worker supply. Is 4 bases to 4 bases. MCanning has not expanded for a while. And I don't know, it's not like Avilo has been all that aggressive either. I'd kind of like to see MCanning go for an expansion here. Look at these sensor towers that are getting tossed up. We usually don't see this much sensor tower play in PvT, but definitely a TvT thing. Although this game is going long, and knowing where the Protoss army is going to be pretty darn handy. Look at him trying to stay outside of the range. Trying to stay outside of the range there of that sensor tower. And he is expanding top left for a 5th. Okay, that's what I was expecting to see here. Additional carriers on the way, working on +1 air weapons. Just completed. Working on shield upgrades too. And what is your answer to carriers going to be? A lot of Viking, that's for sure. Wow, that's a lot of Viking. That's 11 Viking. 11 Vikings here from Avilo at this point. And they're going to have upgrades here too. They're working on +1 ship weapons. They're working on, what's the transformation ability that allows units to transform quickly from different Hellbat to Hellion, for example. There are some that are not considered part of that. I don't think tanks are. Not sure if Thors are either. But here's your dancing. Oh, and Ghosts in production for Avilo. Oh, we have more Oracles on the way from MCanning. So at this point, resources lost is virtually identical. 8,600, 8,500. It doesn't matter who's who at that point. It's just very, very close. And they're on similar numbered bases, although the 5th by MCanning is just now popping up in that top left-hand corner. Missile turret destroyed. Mission accomplished. Is that what Tempests sound like? I don't know. They're kind of robots. A lot of the stuff for the Protoss are kind of robots. Zealots are definitely not. And Stalkers kind of are. Man, look at this mass Oracle stuff. What is he doing with all the Oracles? Is it just all for Revelation? Kind of feel like it's all for Revelation. I mean, one of these here is our Star-Lord. Tempest trying to get shots off. Lock on, chasing these guys down. Wow, that's enough Vikings to take down a Tempest. For sure. Another attempted. Yep, Revelation on the Vikings. And Stalker's pushing on in here. Going to pick off a Widowmine. Going to pick off a Viking. Oh, nice shot. Everyone. All of the Widowmines get picked off there. Okay, there are still 3 more on that back line. But let's zoom it out a little bit. Tempests usually want to make us zoom out. Vikings too. As MCanning is just putting on incredible amounts of pressure here. That is a Corvid reactor. That's the upgrade for Ravens to give them additional energy capacity. And yeah, it's just a Tempest Viking dance right now. Can he get in range to get hits off with the Tempest without taking shots to the face by the Vikings? The answer is kind of. Sometimes, yeah, I suppose. Both players are effectively maxed out right now. 4 Vikings at a time in production here from Avilo. He wants to have a good composition here. Alright, Tempest, if you're going to leave us alone, they said, we'll pick your stuff off here. We can be patient. We're distance warriors, that's for sure. Vikings just want to kill something. They get an Oracle, but I think MCanning is okay with that. He can live with losing an Oracle there. And picking off Vikings from distance here, too. Avilo slowly starting to ratchet up the losses here. 12,000 losses for him to 10,000 for MCanning total. MCanning hasn't lost much since the last time we checked. Corvid reactor done. Shift weapons level 2. Almost done here too. This poor missile turret just doesn't seem like it's ever really destined to finish. Okay, well it finished, and now it's dead. If you see what I'm talking about. So nobody's really getting anything done. I don't see any counterattacks happening. Maybe Avilo's moving out with these Widowmines now. Here at about the 18-minute mark. Widowmines firing, killing an Oracle. Okay, the Vikings are taking some serious shots right now. That's another one down. How many Vikings are left? Still 16. Alright, Avilo's fine with Viking count. Why was I worried about him? He is down 197 to 170 supply. Armor supply 131 to 98. The upgrades here, +2 air weapons is done. Going for shields level 2. Is MCanning, personal cloaking coming in. Some EMPs would be real nice from Avilo. Haven't really seen him do that much. With that here, more Vikings getting shot down. Tanks getting picked off. Just the maneuverability of the Tempest is amazing. Nice anti-armor missile on most of MCanning stuff, and he is going to pull back from that one. He was just dancing on the edge as it is. Losing armor at that position makes it that much harder to do what he's trying to do. So he hasn't expanded for a while either. Still sitting on these 5 bases. A 6th base by Avilo trying to get it set up over on this left side, but there's a single Zealot down here like, why was I sent down here? I don't know. I have no idea what people wanted me for. Ah, there's Banshees! He didn't make a death sound. I had to give him one. Dark Shrine in production by MCanning. That's got to be for Dark Templar because he already has the ability to make Archons. And yeah, just the periphery. I mean, this is the most patient PvT I've ever seen. MCanning is not moving in here. He's not going for a full-scale engagement. Anytime Avilo tries to engage MCanning's like, nah, I'm a kite you, bro. How's that sound? Pretty good storms. Catching another couple of Vikings. Liberators in production. These Vikings coming a little bit too far out. And a couple more are going to die. Avilo at 194 supplies, effectively maxed out, though. He's done a good job keeping, you know, not attacking into storms. Oh, are we base racing it? Oh, snap. So 5th base is canceled here by Avilo thanks to the army, but Avilo is moving out, man. He's pushing out with Vikings. Look at that transformation time on those Hellbats. It's so fast. And this 4th base is in a lot of trouble. Are we going to base race it? Hooray, it's a base race. Oh, it's been so long since I've had one of these. All right, so the 3rd base of Avilo, 4th base. Nope. What is it? 3rd. 3rd base is gone. 22 SCVs have just been rocked here. There's no defense whatsoever for this. They say never base race a Terran. But I think this is working out pretty well for MCanning. He's still making stuff. He's expanding a couple times. Left side and right side, to which Avilo does not know about. He needs to get his probes out there, though, which is a little bit easier said than done. Avilo very smartly splitting up his army. Oh no, Avilo found this one on the right side. Okay, so this is exciting now. This is really exciting stuff. 183 to 118 supply. Avilo is losing supply rapidly. He's going to lose that orbital command. It's kind of drawing the army away from the natural base and from the main base where all the production facilities are. More Vikings and more Banshees in for Avilo. As long as he can spend money, he will continue to spend money. Good EMP thrown down. Was that any? Looked like an EMP. I don't know if it did much, though. Exploding Nexus. And now MCanning says it's time to actually do something about this. I've crippled Avilo. He's got 16 workers. If I can kill this army, I've won this game for good. Problem is, a lot of this army is slow. The Disruptors, the High Templar, the Immortals are very, very slow. Avilo is crushing through this top left base of MCanning's. This is his 5th. And it looks like it's going to die. We got Blue Flame Hellbats on the ground. They've got +2. Actually, +3 vehicle weapons is pretty nice. And you know what? MCanning pulling over to try to save his base on the left side. Oh, crap. MCanning is down to 1 probe all of a sudden. Whoa. A lot of his workers must have been up here. Crikey, at 16 to 1 worker. I mean, Avilo's not mining or doing anything with this. He should probably be trying to expand. But I understand it's a pretty intense situation to be in. Zealots catching up on these Hellbats. Tempest firing on stuff. MCanning gonna lose that left side Nexus. Okay, this is this is an amazing game right now. I mean, that said, it is 152 to 68 army supply. Avilo, I don't think he has enough army necessarily to kill what MCanning has before losing his stuff. Oh, these Vikings had to lift, and then there were a bunch of Tempest, and you're done. Okay, it's still 16 to 2 workers of Vikings flying around. Got ghosts sneaking around here too, trying to look for additional bases. And look who's retaking the top left is MCanning. That is far away from the Terran army, and that's exactly what you want if you're the Protoss player right now. So the Tempests have been worth their weight in gold. 10 kills, 4 kills, 3 kills, 12 kills, 8 kills on these guys. In the hands of somebody skilled at micro, like MCanning is, it's they're really great. Oh, these SCVs are in trouble. Why did he spare the SCVs? And there is the Avilo attitude that everybody had come to expect. Revert Tempest and Swarm Host, please. Good game. Smiley face. Said Avilo's out. Did they change Swarm Host? I don't know that they changed Swarm Host. Whatever you're talking about there, Avilo. But that was some pretty friendly balance whining from Avilo, and all things are said and done. That said, he's in a tournament situation, and if he's 2BM, they're not going to invite him back. They're going to ban him, and he doesn't want to do that. He likes Cheeseadelphia. He wants to keep fighting. So great job by MCanning, man. I don't know if he lost a single Tempest that whole game. I really don't. He made, how many is this? 8? 9? He made 9 Tempests, and I'm pretty sure he didn't lose a single one. 19 kills on this guy. That is the granddaddy of all the Tempests. 6 kills, 8 kills, 10 kills, 1 kill, 12 kills, 11 kills, 4 kills. And is there a guy in the middle here that I can't get? I don't know, 6, whatever. Whatever, it's fine. So pretty exciting little PVT there, man. Carriers, Tempest doing work. The Immortals, you know, putting in traditional work here too. 7, 8, 2, 5 kills. Something here is exploding. Oh, I think it's a... It's hard to tell in its exploded state, but I think it's a Viking? Look at that. That is just like the perfect time. Very fun. All right, so at the end of the game there, it was 36,000 resources lost for Avilo and 26 for MCanning. So at some point, we were pretty even at around 10. And then Avilo proceeded to lose 26,000 resources, and MCanning proceeded to lose 16, and that explains a lot. It explains a lot for sure. How well did the carriers do? 11, 13. I mean, it seems like the Tempest did more, but the carriers did some good work too, for sure. So great game from both these players. Really, really fun PvT from Cheeseadelphia. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.